Hi, second graders. So I wanted to make a video for you guys to kind of teach you what you're going to be learning about in Buzz this week and what you're going to be doing. So I sent you an email of what your schedule in ELA will look like, but I wanted to go over that a little through a video. So on Monday, you're going to be learning about story structure. So what that is the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story. In the beginning of the story is usually when you're introduced the characters and the setting. The middle of the story is usually the events or what is happening in the story. And the end is typically the solution of the story. So Buzz will talk to you a little more about that, but I wanted to introduce it to you. The next thing that you're going to be learning about is how to find the meaning of a word that you may not know in a story. So if you go onto Buzz, you are going to be going through the different ways to find the meaning of the word worried. So I'm going to let you do that on your own, but if you have any questions, the Context Clues Toolbox is a really good resource for you to use. So I recommend holding on to that in case you don't know a word that you come across. The next thing that it's going to talk about with you is 4 types of sentences that you've kind of been learning about. So the first sentence is called a declarative sentence. That is when you share facts, opinions, directions, and statements. These sentences usually have a period at the end of them. So an example is, I think doctors have the best job. So I am making a statement there. An interrogative sentence is typically when you're asking a question. And remember, whenever we ask a question, we always follow it with a question mark as our punctuation. So my example sentence is, do you know my friend Sarah? And once again, you see that, or you see the question mark there at the end. The next sentence is an imperative sentence. This is when you're giving a command, an instruction, or you're making a statement. So these are typically followed by a period or an exclamation point. So my examples are, please take your seat. So that is a command, or that is actually an instruction. So I'm not really declaring anything, I'm just letting you know. So that is followed by a period. But this sentence is sit down now. That's a command that I'm giving you. So that is followed by an exclamation point. Then the last sentence is an exclamatory sentence. That's showing strong emotion within a sentence, so that will always be followed by an exclamation point. So my example is, I'm so excited for this weekend. So my strong emotion in this sentence is that I am excited. And that on Monday will be followed by a quiz that I would like you to do. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to have you read the story Too Many Pumpkins on Epic. I will also be doing another video where I will read this aloud to you in case you don't have access to Epic, so you're able to still hear that story. When you're done reading, I want you to begin to write your opinion on whether or not you like pumpkins and include 2 to 3 reasons as to why you do like pumpkins or why you might not like pumpkins. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you my example. So after reading the story, I decided that I think pumpkins are the best. One reason is because they make great decorations. Also, they are fun to carve. Another reason is I love to bake the pumpkin seeds that are inside of them. That is why I think pumpkins are the best. So that is as simple and as short as you need to make it, but make sure that you include 2 to 3 sentences that are your reasons or examples as to why or why not you like pumpkins. And remember, your first sentence will always state your opinion. Then the middle will be your reasons or examples. And you always want a closing sentence that restates what your opinion is. And that is what Tuesday will be. And then on Wednesday, I'm having you do another Buzz activity. But for Wednesday, I only want you to complete the slides 3 through 6. So what those are going to include are, it's going to go over the story elements for you again. So once again, that's the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story. You are actually going to be reading the story Home, and at the end of Home, it's going to ask you to complete the order of events graphic organizer based on that story Home that you read. So when you are done with that, you are going to be turning in this order of events graphic organizer based on what you learned about that the order of events were in that story Home. So you're going to be having a beginning, a middle, and an end. And then you'll also see that in this graphic organizer, they are introducing transition words for you. So transition words help to order the events in a story. So first you talk about the beginning of the story, then you go into the middle, and lastly you go into the end. So those are 3 transition words that I just used for you. And this is an example. Let me find it really quick. So you'll see this in your buzz, but these are examples of transition words. So when you're talking about the beginning of something, it's usually the first thing you talk about. So you can talk about first, or this time, or to start, and then you move into the middle of the story. So you can use either the words next, second, after, then, or also. And then you talk about the end of the story. So you usually will use the transition words last, finally, or in conclusion. So that order of events graphic organizer that I showed you is going to want you to use transition words as well. So once again, all of this is in Buzz for you and on an email that I sent, but I wanted to go over and show you kind of some examples of things in a video. So then on Thursday, I'm going to have you continue that opinion writing on whether or not you like pumpkins and your reasons why. So Thursday is another work day for that opinion writing. And if you haven't read the story Too Many Pumpkins, or if you haven't watched my video on my read aloud for that. And then Friday for you is actually, I think Friday there's a little review that I would like you to do on Buzz. It's only 4 slides, and it just helps you review for that assessment that you'll be taking the following week. And once you are done with your review, which it shouldn't take you too long, but the rest of the day is a free choice reading day or a catch-up day for you. So if there's anything that you haven't completed yet for ELA, Friday will be an extra day for you to do that. And remember, if you have any questions, I'm always open to answer them for you. And we will also be going over some of this in our morning meeting and kind of be talking and learning about some similar things as well. And I always have office hours that you can join so we can work through some stuff together. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.